Thank you, my lovely viewers. Happy New Year to you guys. I'm so happy that you guys are tuning in to watch Extreme Foolishness TV. This year is going to be a great year. Today I'll be talking about the top 10 New Year's resolutions that I came up with that I think most people do or people say they're going to do, and how to effectively follow those New Year's resolutions without actually making a New Year's resolution. Because I think making a New Year's resolution is extreme foolishness. I think most people do not follow their New Year's resolutions. So I'm going to talk about the top 10. I guarantee you'll probably not know what number one is. So you need to watch to the end to know what the number one New Year's resolution is, and how you can effectively live and do a New Year's resolution without actually having to make a New Year's resolution. Well, I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm going to start at number 10. Number 10 is a lot of people make New Year's resolution about not procrastinating. And I'm like, you know damn well that you are still going to procrastinate. You have been procrastinating your entire life. That is probably you. You've made this New Year's resolution over and over and over again, and you know you are not going to stop. So instead of saying that you're not going to stop, you're going to stop procrastinating, why don't you just change certain things in your life and just say whatever you do at a particular time, do it well, and make sure you get it done by the deadline. Because some people work well under pressure. They need that extra rush to get things done. You know that whatever you say you're going to do, you probably don't do it well anyway. Just focus on certain things, small tasks, and do them well. So at the very least, whatever you complete is completely done, and you don't have to dwell over it. And if you procrastinate, hey, if you need that extra pressure to get things done, just get it done and make sure it is done well. Focus on small tasks, individual tasks, and as long as it's done, whenever you get to it, as long as it's done before the deadline, calendar stuff and get it done. Maybe once you see that it's one day left, whatever, the pressure will kick in and you get it done. Just get it done. People are different. So instead of making a New Year's resolution again and again about going to stop procrastinating, maybe you should just focus on getting stuff done. Number 9 is getting more organized. I hear this all the time. People say, well, my New Year's resolution is I want to be organized this year. I'm going to be organized. You know damn well you're not going to be organized. You are a disorganized person. You have been saying this stuff your entire life. That is just you. So instead of saying I'm going to get organized as a New Year's resolution, why don't you change certain things? For example, get rid of the junk you do not need. Get rid of it. You don't need that stuff. Go in your closet. You don't need all the junk. Call Goodwill. Go and take some stuff to the Goodwill. Don't buy stuff you don't need, really. You already have 5 Gucci shoes in your closet. And some ladies, you got the red bottom shoes. You don't need another one. Don't buy another one. Do not buy it. You probably haven't worn the ones you got in the first place. So don't buy another stuff. Be minimalistic. The less stuff you have, the less stuff you have to organize in the first place. I think I talked about donated items. Go through your closet right now. I guarantee you there are clothes you haven't worn in a year or 2 years. You don't need those clothes. If you haven't worn a dress or whatever in a year or 2 years, get rid of it. Donate it. Free your closet. Let the blessings of new beginnings come to you. Just get rid of it. Donate it. Call Goodwill. Call somebody that doesn't have. Salvation Army. There are lots of places that accept donations. Shoes. Go into your pantry. If there's a can of food you haven't opened in a year, 2 years, 3 years, give it to a food bank. If there are like some bikes, some books you haven't read, they're just there, donate it. Give it away. If there are suits you haven't worn in years, give it to, donate the stuff. There are people out there looking for stuff, looking for suits. You can still sell them or do a yard sale, but I think it's better to donate them. If you're blessed that way, if if you have the power or the resources, just donate them. So that way, the less stuff you have, the less stuff you have to organize. So I know some of you are not going to organize in the first place. Read your mail on time. Pay your bills on time. So once you get your meals, read them, throw them away, shred them. You don't need all that stuff. And if you're a hoarder, pray for divine intervention for God to heal you from your spirit of hoarding. Because if you're a hoarder, I don't care how much organization you do anyway, you're not going to get stuff done. Number 8 is be more private. Some people say, well, I'm going to be more private. I'm going to be more private. I'm going to be more private. You know damn well that this privacy thing is not your thing. You still have, just limit it. How about make a decision when you're going out to eat or whatever. Don't take your phone with you because you know you cannot resist the urge of posting on social media. You cannot go anywhere. If you go to restaurants, you go to a club, self every time. You gotta go live. You gotta post up an Insta story. You gotta Snapchat all the time. You gotta twerk on TikTok every time. Every time you get into a fight with your husband, it goes on social media. Every time you get into a fight with your wife, it's on social media. You can't even go out, have a meal without you posting it on freaking Instagram. So just don't take your phone with you. I guarantee you a lot of you folks will be more private if you just don't take your phone with you everywhere you go. Or once you get there, just turn off the phone. Make it a discipline to turn off your phone. If you're out on a date, just turn off your phone. So that way you don't have to take the picture of the food. Or get you a flip phone if you can resist the urge or whatever it is. At the very least, you've cut down on not being all this not being private. You've cut it down by 80%. So that may be what you have to do. Just make simple changes and the privacy will come inherently. Number 7 is be kind to people. Some of you guys know that you can never be kind. You can never be kind. You've been saying you're going to be. It's just in your nature to be disrespectful. How about instead of being kind to people, just don't disrespect anyone. You don't have to be kind to them. Just don't be a dang fool. Don't disrespect anyone. Just, hey, if somebody does something to you, just take it. If you don't have to say thank you. If you don't want to say thank you, hey, but at least don't be a jerk. Don't have an attitude. Some of you guys are not kind, and which is fine. But on top of not being kind, you now have an attitude? Oh my God. That's even worse. At the very least, if you're not going to be a positive, be a 0 or a neutral. Don't be a doggone negative. So start by doing that. Number 6 is some of y'all say you're going to volunteer. That's another New Year's resolution. Volunteering. You say, well, I'm going to give more time to the Boys and Girls Club. I'm going to give more time to the Salvation Army. I'm going to give more time to Goodwill. I'm just going to volunteer and help folks out. I'm going to feed the homeless. And you've been saying this stuff for 10 years, but you haven't done a dang thing. If you're not going to volunteer, don't be a distraction to the world. Don't be a distraction to the world. Don't destroy stuff. If you know you're not going to clean the trash in the streets, don't throw trash in the street. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. If you know that you cannot clean, don't throw trash. If you know that you cannot go out there and volunteer to feed the homeless, don't go out there and abusing homeless folks, or don't, just like I said, if you're not going to be a positive, be a 0. Do not be a negative. Number 5, reading a book. So people always say they're going to read a book. You know dang well you're not a reader. You're not a reader. You have not read a book in 5 years. Anytime you read a paragraph, your head starts to hurt because it's just not in you. But I have something to tell you. You don't have to read a book to get information. They have audiobooks. Try an audiobook Or at the very least, try to read an article, a little bit article about improving yourself. It could be online. Stop reading all that gossip, all that junk. That is not going to enhance your life. I mean, if you're gonna read that, at least read something positive. There are several articles online. There are magazines. Buy a magazine. Go to a bookstore. If you can't go to a bookstore, subscribe to a magazine. You can at least read something in that magazine that will be beneficial for you. I'm talking about good magazines like maybe The Economist or any kind of financial empowerment magazine or history magazine. Just read a little bit. Read that. You're not going to read a book. You know that. You're not going to read a book. So just read a portion of that magazine. Read it online. You can subscribe online. I'm sure if you can read Insta stories all day and watch Insta stories all day, you can read something online. At least let it be empowering. Number 4, people always make New Year's resolutions about managing their finances. You know you are bad with managing finances. You are not going to do that. You know you have said this for 10 years. You just can't do it. It is not in you to manage finance. So instead of saying you are going to manage your finances, just make a New Year's resolution about, not even a resolution, just change your habit about, don't buy what you don't need. How about learning how to cook? Learn how to cook. There are YouTube videos about learning how to cook. I guarantee you're going to save a lot more money just by learning how to cook. Don't be materialistic. Everything does not have to be a designer brand to be good. You can buy quality stuff without having it to be Gucci, Prada, Ferragamo, all this stuff. You'll be surprised how much money you save. Just don't buy stuff you don't need. Don't buy those extra shoes you don't need. Don't keep up with the Joneses. You'll be surprised how your financial life will be in order. Don't bite more than you can chew. You know, if you cut those little things, all the stuff you don't need, some people have Netflix, Hulu, YouTube TV. What else do you have? Help me out. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. They have everything. You subscribe to like 10 different stuff. And there's only 24 hours in a day. How about cut down those subscriptions? Start cooking. Don't eat out as much. Plan your meals. You'll be surprised how much your finances will fall in order without even you having to do too much. Number 3, some people say they're gonna stop eating pork. You know you cannot leave that swine alone. You know you love that swine. That swine has been part of your life, your entire life. I got news for you. Moderation is key. Instead of eating bacon every doggone day, how about saying, hey, I'm eating only on weekends. If you have that pork chop, you gotta eat that pork chop. How about you not eat it once a month? Let me find alternate stuff. Let me incorporate some turkey bacon, see how that tastes. Let me try some maybe chicken, chicken in addition to your breakfast. Just lay low off the bacon, lay low. Leave the swine, give the swine a break. Let the swine get a break. Number 2, some people say that they're gonna stop gossiping. This one is funny. You know that gossiping has been part of your life since you were 0 years old. You've been gossiping. In your mother's womb, you were gossiping. You came out gossiping. You've been gossiping. You know you're not going to stop gossiping. How about turn gossiping into a positive? Because some of you like to gossip about negative things. You're so happy when something goes down for the other person. Oh, do you know that? Oh boy just broke up with old girl. Do you know that he lost his job? Do you know that his house got foreclosed on? Do you know that he got fired? That's all you talk about. How about making a conscious effort to only gossip about positive things and how the blessing of those positive things may impact your life? How about saying, you know what? This person got a new job. Lord, give me that new job I'm looking for. This person just started a new business. Lord, maybe tell your friend, maybe we should talk to him about how he started his business. Maybe we can benefit from that. I think he's doing well. I'm happy for him that he's doing well. I want to do well too. Lord, let me do well. Maybe this person just is dating somebody. Hey, how'd you do back that chick? Talk to that person. Hey, what did you do? What are you doing well? Be positive. Be positive. Be positive. Stop being an extreme fool. You know, people just want to talk about negative stuff. It's like you're happy. It's like you get a high. Like people smoke weed. You get a high just for people, things going bad for people. You're never happy that somebody is doing well. It's just not in you. Change. You can turn gossiping into a positive. You can gossip about business network meetings. You can gossip about financial empowerment stuff. You can gossip about real estate development. You can gossip about positive things. You can gossip about how somebody is successful and how you want to be successful too and how you want to learn from them. How are they doing this? Spend your energy and all that energy gossiping about negative stuff that's not going to add anything to your life. About gossiping about positive things that will add stuff to your life. And the number one on this, give me a drum roll, people. The number one is people say they're going to start going to the gym and they want to lose weight, or they're making a New Year's resolution to lose weight, or they're going to start going to the gym. You know you have a gym membership at LA Fitness, but you don't go. You have a membership at Planet Fitness. You don't go. You've been a member for 5 years. You're paying $29, $30 a month. As a matter of fact, you're a spiritual member. You're not a physical member because you never go. And if they tell you, why don't you save that money, cancel your membership? You say, oh, no, if I cancel it, I won't go. You've never been anyway. And you haven't dropped a single pound. You've only gained. Spiritual membership at LA Fitness is not going to let the pounds fall off. How about start changing basic things in your life? How about stop that sugar drink? Start drinking some water. Drink some water, please. Drink some water. Anytime you're thirsty, drink some water. Don't drink sugary stuff. Don't buy all them sodas, all them Kool-Aids, all that sugary stuff. You don't need it. Drink some water. How about reduce your portion? That big fat plate, you don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Some people live to eat instead of eating to live. That is your problem. How about just taking the stairs instead of the elevator? How about, just take an extra step? Eat some more veggies. Eat some more fresh fruit. If you do these basic things, you'll be surprised how much pounds you're going to lose, and even without setting foot in the gym, just by cutting your portion. Make it a conscious effort to even stop eating maybe past a particular time. Learn how to cook. You'll be surprised how much healthier you can eat if you learn how to cook, and how, spend your time doing those things. Walk outside if you can, if the weather is nice, walk outside. During the summertime, enjoy the outdoors. Enjoy nature, enjoy the peace and tranquility. Instead of spending all your energy driving around and going to get your hair done, spend more energy driving around and walking the mountains and hiking. Some of y'all will rather keep your hair done without working out. I got news for you. A banking buddy will win over a beautiful hair any day. Take that to the bank. Anyway, if you like this content, please like, share, subscribe. And I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching very much. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did I miss out anything? Are there any things you can do better to improve yourself? Do you believe in New Year's resolutions? Do you do New Year's resolutions? Do you think that people just do it every year has now become like a routine? Has it worked for you? Has it not worked for you? What do you think you can do to help other people? Let me know in the comments, because you will know that there's a lot of extreme foolishness going on out there. And in 2021, please remember to say no to extreme foolishness.